Nice, you're good, yeah. You're good. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight is kick off with a little bit of Arabic music, Arabic dancing, and the hookah. I'm honored to be on Joe Sports as his guest tonight. So enjoy the show, everybody. Thank you very much.
Welcome to Joe Sports Channel. You can follow me on Joe the Buddy J on Instagram. You can follow me on Taker Devil. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what is Joe Sayah wearing over there? It's called a tarbush. Now, speak English and Arabic, whatever you want to translate, Joe, because the viewers want to hear your voice a lot later on tonight.
This is the traditional Middle Eastern hat. Goes back hundreds or thousands years. Lots of old Lebanese people, or lots of them still wear it. Matter of fact, mainly the Lebanese people.
And what is this black thing? What is this? I've never seen this before.
This is actually, this is on the outside here. That's a special outfit. All this is gold plated, 24 karat gold right here. It's made in Saudi Arabia, made by my one of my families, the royal families, and was sent to me by special courier just last week. Actually, this one here, it's made out of camel's hair, the black. So that's why they call us camel jockey, and it's okay.
Well, they can say anything. They can say anything. So, ladies and gentlemen, you know, today is September 28, 2018. We have a lot to cover tonight. The National Football League, baseball, MLB. So let's get it covered before we have the calls in. First of all, Joe, you're back. You're done from Toronto. You can watch a sports mode, but I want to talk about baseball for a sec.
Yes.
Let's talk about not the postseason. Let's talk about the Toronto Blue Jays, our team, our nation. The Toronto Blue Jays didn't make the playoffs this year. The Blue Jays have one more game tomorrow. They won last night. They lost today 4-3 earlier. It is John Gibbons' last game was in Toronto, and he said he wants to win a game in Toronto for his final game in Toronto. And he did. Russell Martin, tomorrow afternoon, is going to coach with John Gibbons. Now, is it a bad move that John Gibbons is leaving Toronto without a championship? He gave it everything he could. Do you think it is right to walk away from the team now, from a rebuild once again and for all?
Well, sometimes when you get a lot of fresh faces into a team, you need fresh coaching. Even the coach and the manager knows that themselves. So even like he taught a lot of people, and he took care of the Jays for a few years that he was there, and he almost got him over the hump and won the World Series a couple times in a row. Now I think it's a fresh face with the new people. It's okay. It's all right. Those kids, they need somebody to to guide them, and I think he gave it all he had, and he can't do it no more. Time to move on.
You know, the Blue Jays are a great team. And I always say that because it's only Canada's team, but they're a good team because they can beat the good teams and they can't beat the teams under 500. Now, this year, it was a total different story. They got rid of Josh Donaldson.
Yeah,
They got rid of most of their players.
yeah.
They even got rid of their closer, Roberto Osuna.
Hmm.
And when Osuna came back to Toronto, he pitched 2 games in the ninth inning. Some of them booed and some of them clapped.
Hmm.
Do you think it was a good move to get rid of Osuna, what he did?
Yeah, yeah. When a person gets in trouble with the law, I think it's time for them to move on because uh, they need a fresh start because now they have people that don't like and people that likes. So it doesn't make sense for them to stay with that team. They have to move on to fresh environment.
You know, I think that's a good thing because kids take those players as role models.
Hmm.
I don't know if you've seen it, but a couple of years ago, remember Escobar
Yeah,
from the Blue Jays?
he did something.
He did a couple of things, steroids
Yeah.
or whatever. And
Yeah.
if you think that's okay, then kids think it's okay to do that, and they're going to go tomorrow to
That's
school
right.
and say, "Oh, that's all right."
That's right. So when you are a role model, when you're on TV, like us especially,
Of course.
constantly,
Yeah,
we gotta watch what we do and what we say because a lot of people watch, and
yeah.
we have to be a role model.
Of course, we have to be role models.
Uh-huh.
So tomorrow's the last game for the Blue Jays. It's going to be sad for Gibbies,
Mhm.
whatever. But let's get into postseason baseball. Earlier today, the Los Angeles Dodgers needed to win one win, and the St. Louis Cardinals need to lose. If the Cardinals win, they would have clinched it. If the Dodgers won it, it would have been very edgy. The Dodgers make the playoffs for the 6th straight year. Are the Dodgers good enough to pass the wild card game that they don't know who they're playing yet? Do you think LA, Los Angeles, is good enough to be a playoff contending team with Manny Machado, the former third baseman from the Baltimore Orioles? What does the Dodgers have to do to beat the team in the wild card game?
I remember last year the Dodgers were in,
The World
World
Series
Series.
against Houston.
so you can't count them out. They're still a good team.
Yeah.
They came that far last year. When team that good and they make it to the World Series, whether they win or not, you can't count them out. They were good enough to be there. They should be good enough to make it back there.
Yeah, but they barely made the playoffs. Do you think they're still good enough?
You know what? Long as you make the playoff, anything can happen.
Right.
Okay, you gotta make the playoff because sometimes some people they kick it into the next level because they're in a playoff.
Yeah. Ab Halbouni says, give me a shout out. Hey, Ab Halbouni, how you doing, buddy? There's Joe Sayah. He said something in Arabic. I don't know what it said.
Where?
Yamshaharr. Yamshahar, he said. What does Yamshahar mean in English? So my viewers know that.
There's something.
Stop eating your gum. Hey, you gotta be like, you gotta be like Pete Carroll. Okay, so Yankees against the Athletics Wednesday at Yankee Stadium, 8:05 p.m. Did the Yankees beat the Oakland Athletics?
Yeah.
They're in the wild card.
Yeah.
They have 100 wins.
Yankees. I have feeling Yankees might go all the way.
You think so?
Yeah, they will watch out for them in the playoff. They might be going all the way.
You think the Yankees are going all the way?
Yes, Yankees always the playing in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Oakland, they weren't doing so well, and then Oakland, we're doing so well.
It's invisible smoke. You can't see it.
Oakland, they're invisible. Now they're in the playoffs against the Yankees. I think the Yankees are going to win. I think Didi Gregorius is going to do well. I think that CC Sabathia thing was terrible. That throw kicked him out of the game, gave him $500K. It was ridiculous. It was stupid of him doing, but whatever. Yankees win. but I think the Boston Red Sox are the team to watch out for. I don't know what happened to them, but I think they can beat Houston.
Do you remember a couple of years ago, Cleveland? They were unbelievable.
Yeah, they made it.
Everybody thought they were going all the way. That's, I think, with the Red Sox same. They're so good in the season when it comes to postseason and stuff like that. They're exhausted. I think they're gonna lose steam in the New York. They're gonna have more steam.
I don't know what it is in the
I
playoffs. They're not the same as the regular season, 162 games. It's just something wears them out. And after Big Poppy's, when he left.
Yeah, well, like after playing 160, 170 games,
Yeah,
you get a little tired,
of course.
but you get like the people that get paid that kind of money,
Yeah.
they should not be, they shouldn't get tired. They should kick it into the next level and just move on.
Yeah. Give a shout out to Huda. Who's Huda? Is that his wife?
And that must be his wife.
Hello, Huda. How you doing, Huda? Who cares? We care about baseball because baseball is around the corner. Okay, baseball's around the corner. I got the Yankees. Houston might, I can even say Houston go all the way because Jose Altuve, Dallas, and all the Houston teams. Houston Texans are not doing too well, but for some reason I see the Astros this year. They could do it again back to back like the Blue Jays did it, 92, 93. They're a good team.
You never know.
They're a really good team.
You never know.
So I don't really know what to say. It's still, we don't know 100% who's playing who, but you know who made it? The Atlanta Braves. They won their division finally.
Good for them.
They finally won it.
I remember Atlanta Braves. They used to be always good team in the playoff, but after for a few years back, they haven't been making too much noise. But they're back in it. Good for them.
Yeah, they're gonna be a good team, guys. They're gonna be a really good team.
I never liked Atlanta since they played the Blue Jays in the World Series, and they carried the Canadian flag upside down.
Yeah, but you think that was on purpose?
I don't know if it was on purpose or not, but that kind of put a mark on them, on my behalf, not to like them.
Yeah. Somebody, I don't know what Ab's saying. Something about Fanuff. Oh, look, Samardib Yayosef. Who's Yayosef? What does he mean? Okay, so baseball. Oh, I got somebody calling. Is that okay if I answer, Joe?
Go ahead.
Hello, this is Joe Sports Channel. Hello?
Hello, what is going on, my guy?
How you doing, buddy? Who's speaking with me?
Ben Thompson, brother.
Brad Thompson. How you doing, my fellow American?
I'm doing very good, brother.
You know what? It's a privilege for you calling. Is this the first time you called Brad Thompson?
Yes, it is.
And where are you from in the States?
Wisconsin.
Green Bay, Wisconsin. So you're close to the Packers?
Very close.
Very close. You know what? You call it a perfect time because we just finished talking baseball, and I know for a fact you're not a big baseball guy, and we're going to get into football right now. First of all, before we get into football, what do you do for a living, and what is your hobbies? And if you can explore your age, you're more than welcome to.
All right. Well, I'm 18 when December started. I work at Menards as a cashier and a cart pusher, and I'm really into football and all that. So.
Nice. And are you happy you work at a cashier? Do you get treated well?
Very well, very well. The people are very nice.
People are very nice. You know what? It's good to hear that because, getting treated well is very good. There's a lot of people who don't get treated really well. And you know what? A guy that you call in and somebody said that you get treated well, it's pretty good because I had a couple calls a few weeks ago and a guy wasn't getting treated well at work and they fired him finally. So I don't know. But we're going to talk about, you're from Wisconsin, and I'm going to go ahead and talk about this game tomorrow at 1 o'clock. The Buffalo Bills are 1-2 against the Green Bay Packers. 1 win, 1 loss, 1 tie. What are the Packers' predictions for tomorrow afternoon game in Green Bay, Wisconsin, where you're from, my fellow American?
My prediction is that the Packers are going to kill the Bills. The Bills haven't been really that big of a team. Over the years, I haven't really seen any accomplishments through them, so I'm thinking that the Packers are going to take the game against the Bills.
Now, let me tell you something. I was very surprised that the Bills beat the Vikings in Minnesota. What did you think about that victory in Minnesota? They could have shut them down.
Well, I definitely think Minnesota's got a very strong team this year. And I haven't seen any gameplay from the Bills yet, so I guess I haven't really seen the new players they got or anything this year's draft. But
Yeah.
I feel like maybe I don't know if the Bills are going to beat the Packers, but the Bills have something going for them if they can beat the Vikings.
Of course. And you know what? I think Aaron Rodgers needs to be healthy. And if Aaron Rodgers is healthy in these next couple of weeks, the Packers are a dangerous team. We should have easily beat the Minnesota Vikings last week. I don't really think the Vikings are a really good team this year. I really don't. What are your predictions, Brandon? You still with me?
I am.
I said, what are your predictions with the Vikings? Do you think the Vikings are going to struggle this year? Because they don't look too good, man.
I don't know. I feel like their team's a little bit stronger this year. I think they might do a little bit well.
I remember last year. Remember when they started 2-2 and they finished? I think the year up was 13-2.
Yeah.
It's I can say I think the Vikings are going to be 1-3 and they're going to be a very, very risky team. A lot of people are going to say, "Oh, the Vikings are going downhill," but like my father was saying, Joe Sayah, never count out the Vikings. It's very early because he's a Patriots fan, and we're going to talk about the Patriots in a bit. But I think the Vikings will make the playoffs, but I don't think they're going to go too far as last year because Case Keenum is on the Denver Broncos.
Great, Joe.
Right.
So, what's the score going to be tomorrow?
I'm thinking the Packers are going to shut down the Bills, maybe like 28-7. I'm thinking
28-7. Okay, that's your predictions. I'm going to move on to a lot of football games so you can help me out. The Colts, they're not too bad. The Texans haven't won a game at all this year. Who wins tomorrow, Colts or Texans? Tomorrow at 1.
I'm definitely thinking the Colts are doing pretty well this year, so I'm going to have to say the Colts for that one.
Okay. This is a big game for us tomorrow because you know what? They're winning our division, but we beat them right. The Buccaneers or the Chicago Bears? They're playing in Chicago.
Okay, Chicago Bears have stepped up their game with their new trucker, dude. Like, that guy is amazing. I can't remember his name, but they got him at the draft. I'm surprised the Packers didn't pick him, but with him on their team, he carries them.
Yeah. Khalil Mack, he's an animal.
Yeah.
Khalil Mack. If Aaron Rodgers wasn't in that game, okay, I think the Bears would have, destroyed us even more because if you've seen Khalil Mack's interception and they had like 3 guys on him and you still couldn't take him down and you went in for the pick 6. And you're telling me the Oakland Raiders, John Gruden, got rid of Khalil Mack?
Right.
So I don't know, man. I don't know. I think Chicago Bears are going to make the playoffs this year. What do you think?
I'm definitely thinking they're going up there with that. But I'm not saying the whole team is good. Khalil Mack is definitely carrying the Bears this year.
I like their quarterback. I like Chicago's quarterback the second year.
Uh-huh.
They're a very good team. Chicago's quarterback is going to go very far. I think you give him a couple more years, he'll be like a Russell Wilson. If you see Russell Wilson now, he's going downhill. So There's a lot of predictions. It's only week 4, so we'll see what happens this week. Okay, we got the Dolphins and Patriots tomorrow. My prediction, I think the New England Patriots are going to win tomorrow because the Patriots have to win. If they don't, they're in, I call it, unfortunately I say this word, but death penalty in the season for them. What do you say?
I'm saying Tom Brady might pull this one out on the Dolphins. I haven't heard much about the Dolphins and how well they're doing yet, but I feel like Tom Brady might pull it off over the Dolphins.
What's the score going to be?
Well, knowing Tom Brady, you always have a shutout, so I'm thinking maybe it's going to be like 18-28, maybe. I don't know.
You think so? Over a 3-0 Ryan Tannehill Miami Dolphins against a 1-2 New England Patriots?
I think so. I think Tom Brady's going to definitely bring the Dolphins to play their hardest
He's really
game.
good.
So I'm thinking it might be that way.
I think the Patriots, they're gonna kick it to the next level. That's what I think. You never can count them out. Never.
Yeah, but you lose against Detroit. You're telling me you lose against Detroit, and their defense is terrible. I think their defense needs to start picking up.
It's a
Brent.
lesson to them. It's a lesson to them. Don't worry.
Yeah, but you lose two in a row like that's the first time since 2003.
That's okay. It's all right.
You watching them tomorrow,
They'll
Joe?
bounce back. I'm watching them. Yeah, I'm watching them.
This is my father. He's a great guy. He's a big Patriots fan, but he likes the Packers as well. He likes Rodgers and all that, and he's a really big football fan. Lions Cowboys tomorrow. I think the Cowboys are going to dominate against the Lions because the Cowboys haven't been showing up. But I got the Cowboys and 28-25 tomorrow. My prediction. What do you think?
I'm gonna go higher with maybe like a 30, maybe like a 38 over like maybe a 20.
38-20. Okay, that's a very good.
For the Cowboys?
Yeah, the Cowboys. But you know what? I really, as much as I don't like Detroit, I think Matthew Stafford is the most underrated quarterback in the National Football League. I think if he was on a good team, he would have been. He could even be better, and he could have like at least 1 or 2 Super Bowls now. What do you think on that, Mr. Brandon?
Well, I mean, Stafford is a really nice player, but I don't feel like for his pay range and everything, he's not as good as he should be. I feel like he could be a lot better for.
A lot of people say that he needs better team around him all around. He can be better quarterback. But for them to beat the Patriots last week, in order for them, like if for everybody to say if they're better team or conduct, like they're gonna make it into the playoff or anything, they have to win the next two. If they don't win against the Cowboys in next week, that means beating the Patriots was a fluke. But if they do go ahead and win the next two games, that means they're there for real.
Who, the Patriots?
Yeah. No, the Lions.
The Lions?
They have to win the next two games. They cannot lose one.
Well,
If they lose, that means that was a fluke to beat the Patriots. If they win the next two games, that means they're better team this
But
year.
you got to look at it this way, Mr. Sayah. Okay, you got to look at it this way. When you have defense that won the Super Bowl 2 years ago and losing 28-3, how can you tell me that you lose against the Detroit Lions? How can you tell me you lose against the Detroit Lions? Brent, you're telling me if the Patriots win tomorrow, they beat the Dolphins 3-0. How did they lose against Detroit? Can you please explain that in detail so my fans know that? Because there's a lot of Lions fans out here right now watching us.
Do you want to know exactly if the Patriots were to beat the Lions?
No, I said if the Patriots could beat the Miami Dolphins tomorrow, but lose against Detroit, how does that work? Is it just football or what is it?
Well, I don't know. That's a rough question. I don't know.
I'll tell you why. Because teams predict Detroit to lose. Everyone who predicts Detroit to lose, they always come back and they fight more. Because if you've seen the game against Cleveland when they were down and out a couple weeks ago, when they were down 14-3, a lot of fans left Cleveland Stadium, Ohio, whatever. They left and they predicted they're going to lose for sure. They're done. They came back and they fought and they showed they're a better team than who they are. So I think Detroit proved it. They're a better team than New England because there's a proven fact they dominated against them last week, and they could have even dominated more even in the first quarter when or the second quarter or whatever, when that pick came off, almost went to a pick six against New England. So don't ever count on any football team. I don't care if it's Cleveland against the best team. I don't care if it's Cleveland and New England. Cleveland can beat New England. Never doubt any team out until the old fat lady says it's goodbye and game over. It was a privilege talking to you, brother.
I'm telling you guys,
Yep.
the next two games for the Patriots and the next two games for the Lions, they're gonna say a lot about last week's game. If the Patriots win, that means that was a fluke to lose against the Lions.
What do you mean
If the
fluke?
Lions win the next two games, that means they're a better team this year.
What do you mean fluke? You think it's rigged?
No, no, it was a lot. That's it.
Yeah, but look,
The next two games gonna say a lot about last week's game.
and
For
you
both
think
teams.
you think Josh Gordon? You think Josh Gordon should play him this week? Former receiver from the Cleveland Browns could be the best receiver in the game.
Play him. Why not? Why not? Do anything. The next two games they're gonna say a lot about last week's game.
Brandon, I have a lot of calls come in. It was a privilege talking to you. I'll give you about a minute or two. Do you have anything else to say to my fans, or anything to say to the show, or anything you want to say?
Just follow my boy Joe Booney. He's a very good guy. Love him a lot and appreciate him. Thank you.
And how did I meet you, buddy? How did I meet you? How did I meet you on this? What was the app called?
It was called Holla.
Holla.
Talking, he told me he was really inspirational and told me that I was a good person, and I found interest in him, and now I'm on this show, and I thank him for that.
You're very welcome. And before I go, like I said, I am with you. I will fight for you, and I will honor you. I have your back, my fellow American. I love you very much, and if you need anything, I got your back. Maybe one day when we get this, I'll get you a plane ticket. You can come to my show, brother.
All right, sounds good, bro.
Take care, buddy. If you want to watch the show more, check out Joe Sports Channel on YouTube.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Take care, Brendan.
That was a guy from Green Bay, Wisconsin. If people can call people from Joe Booty from Wisconsin, they can hell call Africa or anywhere else, Joe Sayah.
That's right.
That is phenomenal. Now, whoever can call in Huda and the mother of the tree, she is out and she's a radish and cougar. Call in now. Call in. Look at these comments. How would these grapes taste?
They taste excellent, good. They came freshly from the farm
They did?
tonight.
Which farm?
Just down the road.
Really?
The grape vine.
Oh, I got somebody calling. Hello, who's this speaking, ma'am?
Hello, Joe Sports Channel.
How you doing, ma'am?
Quick question. You guys know I'm not home, right?
Yes, I do know that for sure. Yes, I know you're out. You deserve to be out. But if you had to call the show, you would call the show about sports. So I don't know. I don't care if you're out or not out.
Okay, a question. Why is King Sayah sitting in the chair, rocking back and forth,
Yeah,
pretending to smoke?
he is smoking.
Okay, come say hi. Here.
Who is that?
Somebody wants to say hi.
Okay.
Hi, Adam.
Hey, Adam, say hi.
Well, I don't want kids on my show. This is
Okay.
adult show.
Hi, Adam.
Say hi. Say hi, Apple.
Adam.
Is Deep there? The guy, the Pakistani guy? Is Deep there?
Yeah, he's here.
Let me talk to
Tell him to
Deep.
come here.
Okay, he'll call you back. He's on the phone. He'll call you back.
Okay, thank you very much, guys. Okay, so the thing you call pretending, you're not pretending. You're just smoking away because you smoked so many cigarettes today.
That's right. I don't
Okay. We got the Jets and Jaguars tomorrow. Who wins that game?
Jaguar.
Jaguars. What's your
Yeah.
prediction? What's the score going to be?
It's gonna be high and very low.
So,
It's gonna be like 34 to 10 or something.
and you know what? I've been really surprised with this team this year. I said rehire the coach, and I got somebody else. Oh, Freddie from the United States. Let's see. Hello, this is Joe Sports Channel. Who's speaking with me? Hello? Hello, this is Joe Sports. Speaking. Say that again, sir. How are you, buddy?
I'm Penis.
Okay.
Is this show for adults?
Yes, it is, sir. It's called Joe Sports Channel. 8 and plus.
What?
Okay, sir. I don't have gibberish to talk about you. So we were talking about the Bengals. Yes. He said anus. I don't know what he's talking about. I meant all about because kids, you know, they like to mouth off and they rah 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 whatever. So the Bengals, the three whatever, 3-1, 3-0, whatever. Do you think the Bengals are going to beat the Falcons tomorrow?
No.
Because Andy Dalton's on fire.
Is it?
Oh, he's dumb. He's killing everybody. And they're first in division. and then you got
With the Bengal?
then you got the Bengals, then you got the Ravens, and then you have the Pittsburgh Steelers that finally won last week against Tampa Bay, 30-27.
You know what? I think it's a time for the Patriots and the Steelers to move on. Like it's time for somebody else to shine that division.
But you know, Pittsburgh's always gonna be
Much as I really like my team is New England.
yeah.
If they can win it one more time, it's perfect. If they can't, just let's just move on and start fresh. Same thing with the Steelers. You know,
Yeah.
those two teams, they're well known for how many Super Bowl and
Well, they have the most Super Bowls.
you know, and how many this and how many that. But you know what? Sometimes you have to step down to get back up.
They're gonna do really well. Okay.
Yeah.
I think Pittsburgh's gonna still win the division. I
Yeah.
got faith in them. They're gonna do really well. I got the Eagles play the Titans tomorrow. Okay. I got the Eagles in the win as Mojo's brother Mojo.
Mhm.
Mojo's your son, right?
Yeah.
He's a big fan of the
Eagles,
Philadelphia Eagles, and I think the Eagles are gonna win tomorrow. What is your prediction on the score going to be tomorrow?
Eagles against the
Eagles against the Texans, not the Texans, the Titans.
Titans.
Yeah.
The Eagles gonna win.
And because Carson Wentz is back. Remember Wentz got hurt?
Mhm.
Remember his ACL on his knee?
Yeah.
He's back.
He's back.
They won last week. They played not too bad. I think Wentz could have did better, but it was his first game back over a year. So I think that the Eagles are going to win the division, and they really could go back. I'm not saying Super Bowl, but they could be a team that is scared in the playoffs. And they won't be the wild card team. They're going to be in there 2, 3 rounds, maybe even the Super Bowl.
Maybe they are the new dynasty.
But do you want to see that? A new dynasty like them?
Well, why not? Anytime you put a good team together and they win the Super Bowl 2, 3 times, you know, because since I've been watching football, it was the Cowboys,
Yeah.
the 49er dynasty, the Cowboy dynasty, New England dynasty, Pittsburgh.
You know, the Cowboys haven't been
No,
actually a
but
really
it's
good
time,
team.
time to put some good teams together and besides just those teams.
Yeah, but the
I know
Cowboys,
that the Cowboys, they are the American.
well, they say
Boy.
American football team, whatever.
Yeah.
But they haven't really, even when they make the playoffs, they were one of the best teams a couple of years ago. Okay, and they remind me of, okay, the old, let's say this, as much as I love the Leafs, they remind me of the old Leafs. They can't win in the round.
They can't go over
they
the
can't-
hump.
They can't go over the hump. I don't know what it is. I think a lot of fans in Dallas don't like their coach Jason Garrett, but I really think Jason Garrett is a good coach and Jerry Jones. But I think Jerry Jones is a little harsh to his team. When they got rid of Tony Romo, that was the biggest mistake. They brought over Scott. He did a phenomenal year. I call him Mr. MVP all year. But then after that, he went downhill. So you can't really say a quarterback is only good for 1 year and the rest of the years he's just average. Romo was a good quarterback.
Yeah.
I actually have his jersey and I like Dallas because of Romo. Now I don't really care about Dallas because Romo's off that team and he's a commentator with sometimes Troy Aikman.
Well, I remember Troy Aikman. He was one of the good quarterbacks who played for the Cowboys. Tony Romo was okay. Who's their quarterback now?
It's Dak Prescott.
I don't know.
He's
No, is he good?
yeah, he's not too bad. He's okay. I just think Dallas is they're so overrated. People predict them overrated, and they just go downhill. They're 1-2. They're 1-2. I think they're going to win tomorrow, but they're not a team to look out for in the future. They're a team just for now.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to get into hockey, a
Well,
little bit of hockey, and I'll
It's
tell you
too
about
early
this.
for football to tell.
Well, you only play 17, 18 games.
Yeah, but that's 3 games, so
This is 4 coming
it's
up.
almost 4, so it's gonna be getting close to. That's quarter of the season there already.
Three-quarters.
That's 1 quarter.
Well, already, huh? Already.
Yeah, so you should be able to tell after the first game.
I think the biggest is
who's
when week
what.
5 finishes. That's when everything. Because look at this, the Oakland Raiders. They got John Gruden, the most paid coach right now. And what's the record? 0-3. And who's the top? Kansas City. They're 3-0. Denver Broncos. They're 2-1. Oakland Raiders are 0-3. In Kansas City, their quarterback last year, but he's a rookie. And if you look at this, Denver, they're 2-1. So you're going to tell me it's about 25% for Oakland to even make the playoffs right now. Or somebody has to go downhill, somebody has to get injured, if you want to think negative. So.
No, if they're 3-0, they're not going.
0-3, yeah.
I mean, 0-3.
They have to win tomorrow. It's a must. Tomorrow, for Raider fans, as much as I respect John Gruden, it's a must win for the Oakland Raiders. And I'm only saying that because look how they're playing.
You know, because the season's so short.
Yeah.
When you lose 3-4 games straight, it's hard to climb back up. It's very hard.
They got a good chance tomorrow, but Cleveland, hey, they finally won.
Yeah.
They finally won.
Yeah, good for them. Good for them.
They play the Raiders tomorrow.
I know they're a better team, and I know they're gonna make some noise maybe in the playoffs this year. So hopefully they'll do it.
I don't know if you call it playoffs this year. I think you can never. You know what? Never say never. But I really think Oakland's gonna win tomorrow. They have to win. Okay. So Browns, Oakland tomorrow at 4. We got the Seattle Seahawks against the 0-3 St. Louis Cardinals. St. Louis Cardinals are, who are they called? The Cardinals. Arizona Cardinals. Seattle's going to win tomorrow. They're going to win 2 straight games. They're going to be 2-2. They're going to do really well. I got the Saints in against the Giants. The 49ers, the quarterback is out for the year.
No.
The backup quarterback, he tore his ACL.
No.
So as much as Jimmy said he's better than Tom, I'm sorry to say, but hey, Jimmy, you got no Super Bowls. You're injured now. And who's better? Tom Brady. He got injured.
No,
he tore his
ACL. No.
He's out for the year.
Oh, too bad.
And he had a good year last year. He's a good quarterback. He's good. He looks like Tom with it. He looks like Tom Brady with a bit. So I got the Chargers in tomorrow. And tomorrow night, Mr. Lodonatis, if you're watching me, or if Mr. Connor watching me, you got the Baltimore Ravens, the rivals, against the Pittsburgh Steelers, 8:30. You cover that with Big Ben Roethlisberger. He's going to win. He's going to take that victory. And remember Le'Veon Bell?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm saying right now he's not a Steeler anymore. He wants more money.
Yeah.
And he's just sitting at home.
He's not playing?
No, because he wants more money. He's very greedy. He thinks he's the best running back in the league. And I agree. He is the best running back in the league, but he wants so much money that the Pittsburgh Steelers franchise they can lose it because just the one player.
Oh.
So let's say you're Bill Belichick and I'm Tom Brady, okay, or Gronkowski. I want $25 million a year. Are you going to give that to me, or can you give $25 million for a couple of rookies who could be really good in the future?
No, that's all depends. If you're going through your belt, you go with the rookies. But if you're going into the playoff and you think you're both winning the Super Bowl, you got to go with your top guy.
But $25 million, like just a lot of money.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. If you think you're gonna make it and get up there, then you pay the guy. If you think you're gonna pay him and not make it, might as well trade him, get a couple of good young kids, train them, and good luck to them.
And Monday night, well, Mohammed, Mr. Arafi, you got the Chiefs and Broncos at 8:30. Good luck, Broncos. I think the Broncos are going to win that. That's all you're covering for football. Now it's all back to Joe Sayah with a little bit of introduction of some Arabic music, and you can say anything you want. I just have to cover all that, guys, and now it's all Joe Sayah. You know what? I can cover. What kind of music do you want, Joe?
Put some Ataba.
Ataba, what's the name?
Walid
Sarkis. Walid Sarkis.
Just for a minute, and then we'll kick it. We'll go again into dancing music. You know what?
There we go. I got some here. I'll be back, Joe. I'm just going to have a glass of water. You want a water, Joe?
Yeah. Grab me a glass of water.
طيفك عامنا زماني أمس مر بوجه مثل البدر والصدر مر جمالك عاملني أمس مر بوجه مثل البدر والصدر مر هولي وفت من المنام الأيم مر زماني وفي صباي الشهر شاب
Joe Sayah, Joe Booty, Joe Sport.
يا عيني. Get up and do some dancing.
Here we go.
سمعتم دينامي أن تفهموا كلامي مع اني اظهر صيام وعطاير بالدرب
Come on, get up, Joe. Get up, Joe.
الصياد اللي حمامي
Americans, Lebanese, whatever. Support the law.
That's our culture, guys.
Come on, Joe, get up. Come on, Joe, get up. This is for you. This is yours.
No, I'll be sorry.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, you, Joe. Come on, get. Come on, Joe. Come on. This is for me. Not the Joe.
حرام عليك حرام
Oops, sorry about that, guys.
Okay.
Come on, Joe, go. Go, Joe.
حاجي ترمي علي سهام حرام عليك حرام إذا سكنتي بالشام لجلك للجنة
Come on, Joe. Come on, Joe. Yeah, come on. This is Joe first. Come on, Joe. Come on, Joe. Come on, Joe. Come on.
Here we go. Hey, hey.
What is it? The sports show or the deputy show? It's everything show is selected today. 1, 2.
سمراء قلبي بيهواكي 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 قلبي دام بهواكي 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 وإن ما بطيوني إياكي 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 وعمل عمل إجرامي إجرامي
Come on, Joe. Go.
This was made by Joe Ward. He made that in school last year in high school. Good for him. He did an excellent job.
Gotta respect every point, guys. Your wife's going nuts. Okay, back to the sports, ladies and
What?
gentlemen. Nancy, she's going nuts. Oh my
She likes
God.
it, huh?
Her name is Nancy Halbuni?
I think that's who she is.
Oh, what is she being? She's trying to act like somebody? Unbelievable. Okay, guys, you guys can call into the show. I had somebody who called in. I might even call them back. I don't usually call people back, but somebody called in. Her name is Noor Huda. Who the hell's that? From Chicago? Noor Huda?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I think she's on CNN.
She's on CNN. The fake
I
news.
heard that name
I
before.
don't
Yeah.
know. Let's see.
I think she works for CNN.
Now they're not answering. They called Joe Sports and Joe Boone. Now they don't answer.
Call up.
Call Ed.
Mm-hmm.
I'll call Ed. You know, actually, Ab is my uncle, and I didn't know there's two actually Abs who are really good. The other one's in Costa Rica. You know who's really good? Richard. Richard's really good. He knows his stuff. He knows his Kobe Bryant. He knows his Michael Jordan. He knows all that. Actually, Ab is a big Chicago Bulls fan. Let's see if he answers. I don't know, guys. It's a lie.
Maybe he's playing cards.
Saturday night, you should answer. Hello. No, Ab Habuni is not. He's away. He'll call back. Okay. We covered a lot of things. We covered sports. We covered culture. We covered all this. Okay, and we still got a lot to talk. We can go for a couple. We can even go for 10 minutes an hour. Okay, what do you think of the Toronto Maple Leafs this year's preseason with John Tavares?
You know, I was going to tell you we haven't talked about the Leafs tonight.
Well,
Now you mentioned the Leafs.
yeah.
You know, I haven't been watching the preseason games, but from what I hear, they're okay. They're okay. So I can't wait for the first game to watch, and hopefully maybe watch the whole season this year. And I'm a Leaf fan. Yeah,
You think Tavares is a good pickup?
of course he is.
You think the money they gave him $77 million for 7 years?
Of course. What's his name? Nylander was asking almost for that much, and they all, yeah, like that's the main core for the team, and if they keep those guys for the next 5, 6, 7 years, you're looking at 1, 2, or 3 Stanley Cup. Why not?
But Babcock, that'd be nice.
Why not?
They're going to do really well. They beat Detroit yesterday 5-2.
Yeah.
Nobody
They're playing
ever,
tonight. They should be playing somewhere.
they'll be playing tonight. They're in Lucan. Remember, they're in Lucan.
Yeah, they were in Logan, right next to London, Ontario. Yeah, we should have went to see them, but I was out of town. I couldn't.
Were you in Toronto?
I was in Toronto, yeah, and they were right next to London, my hometown.
Yeah.
So too bad we didn't go see them.
They're going to do really well this year. I think we should go to a game this year. We should.
We should. We'll see. We'll see.
I know you said the Blue Jays.
I want to see playoff contenders. Then I'll think about going to the game.
Yeah, imagine those tickets.
Yeah.
And I
Well,
treat
maybe
yourself.
not in the playoff, but I'll go through the season and we'll see. But maybe even go to Buffalo to watch them.
Well, you even hear what the guy said? If you go to even Nashville, you buy a ticket, it's still cheaper.
Cheaper than go to the.
Because
league to
$150
watch
to Nashville.
Yeah.
A ticket is about $50. You can even get $25 for big tickets,
Yeah.
like a night's game,
Yeah.
or chill, and you watch them.
Yeah.
And you watch the
You
Predators.
can't go to
country.
Toronto to watch.
You,
You
that's
can't,
the thing.
like they're so expensive.
You can't even go to your hometown, your home city, your home stadium, and watch them. The Blue Jays are fine. Okay, they're fine.
We constantly go to the Jays.
We always go to the Jays. They're fun games. And we always
We go
go
to the Knights game. We go to the Jays game. You know.
Well, October 20th, well, I'm going.
We
with
even
you, okay?
supported one time the
The London Majors.
London Majors.
He liked it better than the Blue
Remember it
Jays.
rained?
Yeah, I remember.
We didn't even finish that game. Too bad.
For some reason, when we get free tickets,
No, I think it was better seats, better
he liked it.
because yeah, I like.
I almost
it. I
got the
didn't
ball.
mind. I didn't mind.
Saw my teacher there, my old teacher, Mr. Smith. I want to
Yeah.
show him out. So yeah, it's expensive, but I think they're going to do well this year. But I think there's going to be a really team they're called Dangerous, and they're going to do really well in the playoffs. And the name, I have to say it again, is the Washington Capitals. I really think Ovi could get one more cup before he retires. He has
No.
one, but I think they'll make the playoffs. They'll make the playoffs. They will.
They'll make the playoffs, but no, I can't see them winning again. I think he's getting up there in age.
Oh, he's what, 34?
Will be, and took a lot of effort out of him and everybody else to win the Stanley Cup. I'm sure they like to repeat that, and I hope one day they can repeat that, but I doubt it.
Well, look, Barry Trotz, he left.
Did he? The
Yeah.
coach?
Yeah, he left. Went to the
Wow.
Islanders.
Why did he?
I think he wanted more money.
Oh.
Well, he won the Stanley Cup. You sure do. You want more. And you always make fun of something. What do you make fun of, Joe? Maybe he'll be. Maybe you got some tickets for the eyebrows. Maybe they should have it like a.
He's well known for his eyebrows. I like it.
That's
I
when
like
he's
the way-
nervous. When they win, they go up all the way.
Yeah, and they constantly moving up and down. So I like that. I always like to imitate him.
You know what? The Islanders will do well. I know they lost to Tavares, but they'll do well because of Barry Trotz. Barry Trotz is well known around the National Hockey League and the coaching, and he knows Babcock very well. That was the best series against Washington Toronto a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
That was a fun series. Better than Boston.
Yeah, I know. Boston, they seem like
They're a good team.
they're good teams. They're bullies, yeah. But the series between Toronto and Washington, not
That
last
was
year, years before,
1-6.
it was like real sport.
Well, it was back and
They
forth.
made it. They made even coaches. They made it like it's okay. Whoever win, lose, But they said. I remember Babcock. He was saying Game 7 that year was like when we played for the Stanley Cup.
Oh, it was.
Against
Oh, it
Washington.
really was.
Was so excited. It's unbelievable.
I'm surprised you don't see.
Doesn't matter who wins, he said, but it's like playing for the Stanley Cup. Both team are well.
I'm surprised you don't see
No.
Washington and Toronto in the cup. I'm surprised Washington's not on the other side because they're Metro whatever. They're not. I don't know. They're
So many teams you can't. I remember when Toronto was in the West. Okay, then Detroit was in the West. Then they brought them back to the East.
yeah.
I like the East. I don't know why.
You like the East?
Since I've been watching hockey, Toronto's been in the East. It's kind of
The West is tough. The West is very tough.
The West is tough. Like it's long travel for those teams.
Yeah.
So they have to shorten up the travel. Yeah, takes too much, out of the players' travel constantly.
Well, it's tough. Yesterday I was at Mason Goodbye. I forgot the guy's name, but he said he was in the National Hockey League. He said he was in NHL. And I don't remember I don't remember. He played, I think, for Carolina. And he said, you know what? It sucks to be home. I miss flying those jets, those flights and all that. Now being home, like being a father, it's good, but it's not the same as being actually a hockey player. I forgot his name. He looked familiar
It's
too.
two different lifestyle. You're talking like being a father or being a player.
What would you be if you could? If you could, would you be a father or a player?
Well, you can be both. You start as a player and you play and you get married and you have kids and you're a father. But the problem is, it's like, remember I was working in Toronto for the past 3-4 months. It's away from home.
Yeah.
You're home only on the weekend. That's the problem with that. So a lot of players, they can't wait to retire to spend time with their kids, go fishing, go golfing, go this, go that. Kids look up to their parents, and when one of the parents starts to be gone
Yeah.
on the road, it's hard on the kids, yeah. Yeah. it's
Oh,
hard.
of course, you get.
You know?
It's like Brady. Look at Brady. Look at Tom Brady in the NFL.
Yeah, it's hard.
You always see them at the games.
Yeah. Yeah. To see their father, they have to come to the game. Well, football season is shorter, right?
Well, I think the hardest is baseball.
Baseball is hard.
think it's mostly. I think it's a lot on the road and the player. That's why you see the teams going up and down.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a lot. You know what? Sports at the end of the day, it's fun, but you can lose your family a lot. Okay. I don't know if you remember a player Jose Fernandez. Okay, and Roy Halladay.
Yeah.
Roy Halladay. I still don't believe it. It's hard
Yeah.
to believe. Okay.
Well,
Roy Halladay was an amazing great. He
Yeah.
just retired. He went to spend his family, one plane, boom, that's it.
yeah, but you know what? These kids are old enough to understand that their father's gone. They're gonna live without them. They're old enough.
You think,
So
you think it protects his mother, the kids?
Oh yeah. So he did get spend some time with them, and they have a lot of good memories of their father too.
Yeah.
So
You want some more music, Joe?
no, it's enough music. I want to go upstairs now, get some fresh air.
Yeah, get some fresh air.
Yeah.
We got a few minutes left. I appreciate all the fans watching here today. It's a privilege. I know later on today people will see it as well. You know, a lot of people are watching. Bleach is pissed off at me after when I was talking to Jernan. I think he's okay right now. I think so. But we dealt with that with Don A. I was on Don A's show last night. We cut off. We're talking about Bill Crosby and all that. We did okay on that, but then the phone got cut off for some reason because I was using somebody else's phone and everything. We did well on that. But I like Don A. I think he's a really good guy. He's from Buffalo, New York. He's a Bills fan. Well, he used to be. He likes the Sabres and all that. And he was even telling me to even watch America was telling me to even watch Buffalo play against Toronto is cheaper. And you see more people in Toronto, more people in Buffalo than in Toronto.
Yeah.
You see it feels like they're in the Scotiabank Arena,
Mm-hmm.
but it's only like about 10 Buffalo fans, and the rest are Leaf fans because
Yeah.
people just can't afford that.
Yeah. It's
Lot of
2
people
hours
can.
away from Toronto,
Is
and
it?
a lot of fans travel.
Oh, Niagara Falls and all.
Yeah, all you have to do is just go across the falls, and you're there.
They're gonna do really well. So before we go, I gotta put one of my musics on because it's a privilege to do, and it's called two national anthems, Joe.
Yes.
The Canadian one and the American one.
I was the Lebanese.
You want to put the
Yeah.
Lebanese one on too?
Yeah.
You want to put the Lebanese on first?
Well, especially tonight.
Well, of course.
After
for you.
everything, I think the Lebanese national anthem should go first.
And the
For
American?
anything. The American, well, no, you know what?
What, Joe?
Yeah, I guess you can do Canadian, American, Lebanese. Doesn't matter. Just put all three anthems on and let people, listen to it. Why not?
Now, are you gonna stand up for the Lebanese?
I stand up for any flag. I have respect for all the flags. I have no problem with
Do you know how to
any
sing the Lebanese national anthem?
I know, I used to know it all, but now when I hear it, I memorize it right away. I can stand with it.
Okay, Joe. I think this is it.
But if you put on,
I think the Lebanese one.
say Lebanese anthem,
This is it.
you gotta hold the hat. Hold the hat to the
I like Lebanon too, huh?
I like it.
We should go live on the one day for that. That'd be good.
And please do not vote for Ali Hammond. Please don't. I did yesterday. One more. We're gonna do the American. Okay? American. We're gonna do the American.
By the long journey life, what so proudly we hail at this twilight that we and bright God to the perilous sky. For the ramparts we march, once so gallantly stream. And the rolling river, the bumpers we prove through the night that our flag will stand. Oh, sing us and our sail and raise.
For respect.
Yes, for everybody.
You know, a lot of people judge me too when I stand up. They say, oh, "Okay, you're making fun. You're saying about this flag." No, I say what I say is yes, I do stand up for the national anthem at home, and there's proof on that too. A lot of people have accused me of not doing it. So here's some proof. This is a good one too. 36 million in Canada. It's like California state.
We honor Canadians. Oh, yeah, that's the best national anthem.
Our home and native land, true faith to law, in all lives and strong men. We go, we see us, we are strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on our thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you, Joe. It's a phenomenal show today, Joe. Unfreaking believable. We did well. Follow Joe Sayah on Facebook. Joe Sayah on Facebook. Follow him, King Sayah there. We talk real news. We talk real facts, and we do it all. Thank you, Joe. Follow me on Joe the Fighting Joe on Instagram. Take a demo on because we talk real news, real sports, and that's what we all about. Respect women 110% and respect Victoria Sweet and Emma from Mason Boomall.